LOL. Everything I just said was not recorded, but I'm gonna redo it. Okay. Hey, what's up you guys? Robert James. Welcome back to my channel, back again with another video. I realized I haven't recorded a hair video in a long time. Like even the video that I just uploaded, like it's on my computer floating right now. It's not a hair video, and I know that I always wanted hair to be part of my channel, so I want to try and keep incorporating it every, like, at least once a month, at least. So today's video is going to be another hair related one. Really not for everyone, but you know, for like any specific viewers that have natural hair like myself, they might want to know the information that I can, I don't know, enlighten their life with. So today, my hair related video is not going to be actually doing my hair, because as you can see, hair's in a protective style and I've already got it styled and like half up, half down. Today I'm actually going to be showing you guys how I make my DIY hair oil. So without further ado, let's get into the video.
Ladies and gentlemen, introducing Coconut. Take control my drip.
Okay, so now I've adjusted the angle. Just disregard the fact that you can't really see my face. You already know what I look like. It'll just be like, what's it called? Pantomiming. Anywho, the oils that I use in every single batch I use, because I say that explicitly just because I don't use the exact same recipe every time. I usually like tweak and adjust a little bit based on like what I feel is necessary for my hair at the time. But there is 4 oils that are like the base for every DIY oil recipe I make. And that would be avocado oil, olive oil, coconut, can you see that? Yeah, there. Coconut oil, and castor oil. Now, it's funny, I didn't do that on purpose, but it's funny that they all go in like order, like increasing, or depending on whether you read it from, yeah, increasing. Either way, this is castor oil. Let me see if I can get focused. Yeah. Castor oil, then the coconut oil, and then the olive oil, and then avocado oil. Like I said, these are not the only oils I use, but they're just like the base for every recipe, every batch of this recipe that I make. And the reason for these is because these 3 specifically, oil has like different oils have like obviously different molecular makeups, and the ones that have molecular makeups that are small enough to fit inside the cuticle of your hair and actually do more than just coat the outside, but actually moisturize the inside, like the, what's it called? The cortex of your hair, are coconut oil, olive oil, avocado oil. I'm pretty sure there's another one that I just can't think of at the moment, but these are the 3 biggest ones. Everyone knows about these ones. Any person who has natural hair, I'm pretty sure, can tell you about, if not all 3, at least one of these 3 oils. This one is pretty popular also, the castor oil, but it's not one of the ones that are like able to penetrate your hair. It's just for a whole nother reason. And as you can see, it's the smallest bottle out of them, but that's also because it's very thick and very potent. But it's a good oil for your hair. So to start off, we're gonna do the coconut oil. I always start with coconut oil, like every time. As you can see, I haven't even opened it yet, but that's just because when I bought this, I had already had oil made, so I didn't have to open it, but now we're gonna open it. So just gonna take a knife. Take that out. Put that away. Now, my coconut oil is solid. It's very hard. And if you know anything, if anyone knows anything about coconut oil is, I can't think of it, but like room temperature, it's usually hard. Well, I guess it depends on what your room temperature is, but it's hard and then you have to melt it down and like make it soft. But the amount I use is 2, 2, 2, and 1 of like all the 4. Obviously the 1 ounce would be the castor oil because I said it's most potent and it just takes up like, it just needs less. Alright, I got a spoon. I got a small plastic bowl to put the oil in because I have to melt it in order to get it accurately like lined up with the lines on my bottle. Some people don't exactly believe in microwaving coconut oil just because they say that like exposing it to the heat and radiation in a microwave kind of takes some of the nutritional value of it away. I have yet to experience such that outcome just because when I microwave it, it still does all the same moisturizing things it does to my hair when I didn't. But if you don't want to microwave it, I mean, another way to melt it is to get a bowl and fill it with hot water, and then put the coconut oil in a smaller bowl, and put that bowl in the bowl of hot water. That way, it's like it's melting it, but like not through like direct heat exposure, but kind of like through indirect heat exposure. Cause like the water that you heated up is making the oil melt, not you melting the oil in the microwave or something like that. But I usually can't tell how much, I usually can't tell how much is 2 ounces just by my eyeballs. So I just put a good amount in there, melt it, and then measure it, and then if it's too much, I'll put the rest back in there. It's only partially melted, but if you stir it, then the melted coconut oil can melt the not melted. Now, everyone doesn't like to just buy whatever coconut oil. Some people have like specific brands they like. I know for a fact that a pretty famous brand of oil, like not just for coconut oil, but for like a lot of oil, is Spectrum, which actually I have an oil in my handy dandy oil caddy that's from that brand. However, I'm not particular about these things just because as long as it doesn't like, if you look in the ingredients list and doesn't have anything like extra that's not coconut oil in it, like extra ingredients, like I guess preservatives or anything that you could put in the oil, then it's fine. However, opening this, I broke it. While the coconut oil was in the microwave, I took the lids off of the olive oil and avocado oil. And now the coconut oil is all melted. We can add it to the bottle. Now, I've already cleaned up and like wiped all this stuff down. I'm gonna put that back, as we said. And then do the same thing for the avocado oil. Oh God, I got oil dripping. But that's why I got everything off of this table. There's 2 and 2. And there's that. We have 2 ounces of coconut oil, 2 ounces of avocado oil, 2 ounces of virgin olive oil, and then we're gonna add 1 ounce of the castor oil. Put the lid back on that. And then for that part, we're done. That's like what makes up the bulk of it. And these oils are not just good for like moisturizing the hair strands themselves, but they're really, really good for the scalp, especially coconut oil. It's like an antifungal and anti-inflammatory. The avocado oil is like really rich in fats. Like, I guess that's not fats, it's like fatty acids that are like good for your hair and aminos. And then the extra virgin olive oil is just like really vitamin rich and very like moisturizing. All for your scalp and like for your hair follicles. They're really good. And the castor oil is actually like not for moisture, but it like has a makeup that makes your hair grow in like more denser. No, grow in more dense. No, denser is a word, isn't it? I'm not sure. But either way, it's great for thickness. Like if you have like, I guess like thin hair, then it would be good for that. And for essential oils, I have tea tree oil and peppermint oil, if I can grab it. Now, for these, there's a reason these bottles are the size that they are. Anyone that tells you anything about oils should let you know that essential oils are very, very potent. Like super potent. So whenever you use them sparingly. I would not suggest using an entire ounce of any sort of essential oil, and it would appear that I'm out of the peppermint oil, so our replacement to that should be the rosemary oil, just because it has the same effects as peppermint oil. Not quite the same smell, but this is not for a smell. So for the tea tree oil, I'm gonna go ahead and do like 1 full cap of it should be good. And the purpose of tea tree oil, or really mostly any essential oil, is just it's a stimulant to your hair follicles, so it'll increase the blood flow to your scalp. It'll make like the stimulation from the tea tree oil will cause your hair follicles to pull in more blood, and through pulling in more blood, it'll draw more nutrients to your follicles, thus increasing like the hair growth that you will see in your hair. And then the same for the rosemary. Just 1, and that's really enough for that. You don't really need any more essential oils in it, because first of all, you'll kill yourself, and second of all, you'll kill yourself. Well, you won't. Okay, let me stop saying that. You won't kill yourself, but the what am I trying to say? The tingly feeling. I'm not sure what that. I don't know if there's a proper term for it, but there's a, you know, the tingly feeling that you get like when you eat a peppermint and you go, ooh, yeah, like that. Except you'll feel that on your scalp. And too much of that will hurt a lot. So I use safflower oil. Now, I don't really know if this has any specific benefits, but I know that for using essential oils, it's best to have carrier oils to accompany them. Just because, well, first of all, you can't use a lot of the essential oil, and 2, you need something to dilute the potency of the essential oil. And for me, to do that, I use this. And this is the oil that I was referring to, that is the Spectrum brand. Spectrum doesn't just make safflower oil, but it also makes, I believe they make the vitamin E oil also. 8 ounces for your scalp and hair. When you're finished, give it a good shake, and then you're done. Okay, you guys, that's it for that video. That's how I go ahead and make, we're gonna. Okay, you guys, that's it for my video. I just wanted to show you guys how I make my hair oil, just because for me it obviously works, and I think that if you give it a try yourself, it might work for you too. That's it for this video, you guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video and you enjoyed this content, then like, comment, and subscribe. But if you really enjoyed this video and really enjoy seeing my beautiful face, then share this video so that everybody who's anybody can see it. Bye!
In the video, fuck with me hella raw. Got a little twerk for a star. Started from the, like Christina got a million. Man, I'm a good guy, turned to a villain.